consists in 14 islands. We are on the biggest of the 14s. The name is Södermalm, the Salter Island. On this island, about 100,000 people live here. Of them, 70% are singles, because until the 50s it was an area for workers. It means the apartments here weren't so big like in the other parts of the city, so we still have a lot of apartments, one room, kitchen and bathroom. And at that time an entire family with up to 5 children could live in such apartments. But today it's very trendy to live here, quite impossible to find an apartment, to rent an apartment here. Of course you can find an apartment, and if you have money enough to buy it. And why singles love this part of the city? Because we don't have so many department stores, actually only one, and not so big. And then because the atmosphere is not so strict like in the eastern part of the city, for example. And we have a lot of restaurants, pubs, small shops here, so young people, singles, even gay people love to live on this island. And Stockholm is of course the capital of Sweden, but we earned even another title, the capital of Scandinavia, because Stockholm, even if it will be a little rain, it's very beautiful, the most beautiful of the cities around the Baltic Sea, but even because it's exactly in the middle of the Baltic Sea. And many companies which had the head office before in Copenhagen, they moved to Stockholm. The weather will be like that, which is, can be good for a sightseeing tour. Okay, of course, if it will rain during our walk too. But I suppose that you have raincoat and umbrella with you. We will see. Oh, it's very dark now, friend. Okay. We cross the fingers. So, if you can see here, we have a lot of rocks and granite in our city. So, just because this tour is in memory of Alfred Nobel, so we must say thanks, Alfred Nobel, and your dynamite, so we could build many roads, many streets in our city. We could dynamite many rocks here, like this street. And in fact, if you look on your left side, you see this elevator, the green one from the end of the 1800s. At that time, people must take an elevator, reaching the part, that part of the city here on the left side, for coming up. And you will see another elevator later on. On your right hand side you see one or two actually of the 14 islands. In one of them we had a shipyard in the 1600s where the royal ship, the Vasa ship, had been built. Here on your left hand side you see the second elevator. The name is Katarina Hissen, 90 degrees, and under the bridge a restaurant called Gotola. We have reached the lock of Stockholm. Stockholm has a very strategic position between two waters, the Baltic Sea on your right side, and soon in front of you to the left you will see the Lake Mälaren. And level difference is about 60 centimeters. The lock was built in the 1600s, in the middle of 1600s, when Queen Christina was regent of our country. And at that time, horses, blind horses, opened and closed the lock, which was lubricated with butter, not oil at that time, but butter. And here we are, the lock, and if you look on your left side, you can already see Lake Mälaren. And in the middle of the square, to the left, an equestrian statue over the first of the Bernadotte dynasty, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte. Our present king is number 7 in the dynasty of the Bernadotte. And you can even see a white yacht with 3 masts on the top, in front of us to the right. It was a school ship. The name is Chapman, from the middle of the 1800s, turned into a youth hostel. Totally renovated 2 years ago. We are now on the heart of Stockholm, on the island of Gamla Stan, the old city. All the buildings you can see on your left side are from the 14, 15 and 1600s. We will soon reach the Palace Hill, so it's the name of this hill up to the Royal Palace and the Cathedral of Stockholm. I'm sure you have heard speak about the cathedral, because on the 19th of June this year, the Crown Princess Victoria married Daniel Westerly. Today, after he said yes. So the name of this guy is Prince Daniel Westerly Bernadotte. So he got the title of prince and even the family name of Crown Princess. It means Bernadotte. On your right hand side you see a stone building with a green roof, and I'm sure you can read National Museum, the National Fine Arts Gallery, with a big collection of Swedish, Scandinavian, Italian, French and Dutch paintings, but even with the biggest collection of Russian icons outside Russia. And here on your right hand side is a statue like Apollo in Belvedere. It's a statue of Gustavus III, the king who was killed at the end of the 1700s by the aristocrats, because they said this king spent too much for the culture of the country, not for the war. So he was killed. I will speak about him later on, because he has been very important for the development, the cultural development of Sweden. So the cathedral in front of us and the royal palace here to the right. It looks very dark. Shall we take an umbrella with us or not? What do you think? Oh, han stannar.
Ja, du kör.
Men vet du vad? Ring till mig så jag ser vad du har för telefonnummer, okej?
Ja.
Ja, vi fick inget sånt, så jag måste ta din umbrella.
Ja.
We will leave the bus here, and then I will call the driver, so we will know where he will stay, because he's not allowed to stay here all the time. Okay? I didn't get any paddle. So good. Okay. I will have an umbrella.